Hello, beautiful people. And look, before I start this session, I have a big announcement to make. And, the documentary that's been in the works for a long time about my son Eric's life, it's almost finished. But in order to get to that finish line, the director producer Paula Marino needs some help. So she needs funds to cover all the professional fees that will be involved to bring the story to the screen. Like a professional story editor, a music composer, a sound mixer, an illustrator, animator, etc., etc. Now, Paula created a crowdfunding page where you can donate whatever you feel comfortable donating. You can also donate by purchasing a 30-minute session with one of our mediums, or by purchasing an item from the Erik merchandise store, like the one I'm wearing. Saving the world, one prank at a time. It's an embroidered image, so it's really nice. So anyway, go visit channelingericdoc.com and take a look at it. This project is very near and dear to my heart. And one of my greatest wishes is to get the story out to more people so we can help more people. And I want you to go and see the trailer that's on the channelingericdoc.com. It's so moving. It's so powerful. It was my first reaction. It was a gut punch. But it says it all. So look at the trailer and let me know what you think. Thank you, guys. Welcome, beautiful people, to part 3 of our interview with Liam Payne. The other two were so beautiful. I'm just going to let you know, Courtney, we have Courtney Dillon here, who's going to be on the screen and in the box below. And she's a great channel, as you know, and a wonderful healer. And Erik is my son in the afterlife, who is going to assist. But let me give you background for those who've been hiding under a rock. Liam Payne was an English singer and songwriter. I was under a rock, don't worry. He was a member of the pop group One Direction, one of the best-selling boy bands of all time. On October 16th, 2024, Payne died after falling from a third-floor balcony at the Casa Sur Hotel in the Palermo neighborhood of Buenos Aires at the age of 31. So we will go on with.
I'm smiling not because of that, but because he has a big smile, and he one of the things about him, he's a very sensitive soul.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was said before, but he feels like very, almost like he has a sensitivity that was hard for the world and that people didn't really understand or see. He said that he said we covered a lot of ground, and so it sounds like you did. But he's happy to answer questions. So
awesome. And Erik, of course, I love you. I have to say that.
Erik's right over here, and he says he loves you too, Mom.
All right. Liam, where are you right now? Are you going through your life review? Oh, y'all be sure to check out part 1 and 2, by the way.
Yeah, he's saying it just started.
Oh, okay.
So he has been, he's kind of funny too. I don't know his humor. He said he's been in the queue, waiting, and that it's starting now, but it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ground to cover, and he can see where he messed up, went wrong. He says he's probably already said this, but that he's sorry to his fans, sorry to his family, and sorry to his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, there's no such thing as mess ups from the spirit perspective, right? Everything's a lesson.
It is, and I'm learning, but I can see where I went wrong.
Okay. All right. Are there any celebrity spirits, i.e. pop stars, who died in a similar way to Liam, helping him come to terms and heal from what happened to you?
Not so much pop stars, he's saying, but Erik is helping him. Erik is helping him a lot. It looks like Erik's really helping him right now, kind of guiding him and helping him transition all the way to the other side, because of how he died. It was so sudden and tragic.
Okay.
He's also saying that he showed me a grandmother figure
Okay.
that he met on the other side. So it looks like he had family there to meet him.
Okay.
But no pop stars yet.
Okay. A high school friend of mine, her son, for some reason, bought a pair of shoes, went to class, and then went to the Empire State Building and jumped off of it. Now, why? I can't remember his name. Her name is Lindsay, first name.
You're asking what? You're asking
Well,
him?
why did he jump, Erik?
Oh, you're asking Erik.
Yeah.
Erik's telling me that it had been in his mind for quite some time, been a plan, that he was struggling. He was like in a dark place, a really depressive, dark place, and that it was planned. It wasn't just some random, I mean,
Okay.
it felt random, but it had been planned for several weeks.
Seemed like he could have chosen a different way. But anyway, let's go on with Liam. Sorry, Liam. Do you have
It's okay.
do you have any other lives, Liam, that were similar or influenced this last one?
Unfortunately, yes.
Mm.
I'm realizing that my struggle with alcohol was present in my last lifetime. So he came in to try to deal with it, try to overcome it. And it presented, it was really strong. It was just like he couldn't overcome it.
Yeah.
So I
Where
have work to do.
where was well we all do. Where was that and when? What century or decade or
He's showing me it's in the United States. Where is he? Well, he says Michigan. He's working like in a factory. This is interesting. I wouldn't have expected this. He's working in like a assembly line, a factory. He's making parts
maybe
for
auto?
cars.
Auto's big there.
Yeah, it looks like auto. Yeah, like parts for cars. I think it's like a Ford factory
Okay.
or something like
Yeah.
that. And he would go to he's making me feel it. He would go to the bar or the town bar after work and drink a lot. So it sort of came in, he's showing me, and it's like it was in his cells. It was in his cells. So he has to work on that.
So it's like a DNA, ancestral DNA kind of thing?
It's part of, yeah, he came in with that soul pattern that he wanted to work out, but he also shows me that it's part of his line. It runs through his family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you self-medicating or just like, well, I've worked hard, let me socialize with my friend?
Definitely self-medicating. He says, ma'am. I felt like I wasn't good enough, and I was constantly judging myself. I have a lot of demons that I was dealing with in this lifetime. He's not talking about literal demons. He's just skeletons in his closet kind of feeling. He felt really insecure, and he felt really alone, and he says he feels like people didn't really understand him, or he didn't, like fame kind of took something from him in a way that he didn't expect.
Okay. So, Erik can help you with this. Liam, what are you going to do in your next lifetime to try to make a bigger bite in this problem, in this lesson, I'll say?
He's saying the jury's still out what he's going to do or where he's going to go. But they're telling me, his guides, are telling me I have to tackle this problem of addiction head on.
Yeah.
It looks like I will have to be faced with addiction again and choose a different path.
Well, maybe you can surround yourself with more supportive people that can help you get through it, right? Like
yes, that's the idea.
Parents and okay, good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are the One Direction guys part of your soul family? Like, do you have? Yeah, we'll do that.
I consider them my soul brothers. He calls them soul brothers.
Have you had previous lifetimes with Harry, Zane,
Absolutely.
Lewis,
Absolutely.
Neil?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
The similar ones to the one you had before? Like were any of them involved in,
Some of them, they're working together in this factory,
oh,
actually.
wow.
It's interesting because he's showing me that like some of the configurations, they weren't always famous. You know, they
Yeah.
were like just, you know, like normal people like you and I. He's laughing because he says he doesn't consider us normal people. Thanks. Um, okay, fair enough. But, you know, but he's showing me also one lifetime. Oh, this is interesting. One lifetime where they're doing like performances. They're not really famous necessarily, but they're in Europe, they're in a town square. They're traveling around and they're doing these kind of performances in front of people.
Like
So singing, dancing. He's
oh,
showing me like juggling.
like a traveling minstrel.
Yeah, like that. And he's what are those little the bike tricycles, with the one wheel where
Oh
they're
yeah,
going back and
unicycles. Yeah.
unicycles, thank you. And they showed me that. So
Wow.
just lots of
Funny.
different things. Yeah.
Okay. Liam, have you visited your bandmates after your death? And were they able to feel you?
Yes, absolutely. I've he's visited his family,
Yeah.
his bandmates, and his he loves his girlfriend.
Hmm.
Uh, and so he feels like he's done,
Made the
he's
rounds?
made the rounds. Yeah. Yeah. Do they feel him?
Yeah.
Yes and no. Um, one of them, who's his friend, one of his close friends, he kind of had a whack on the side of the head. He shows me because he
Oh,
doesn't really
wow.
pick it up. Um, I don't know how many there are in this band, but he's showing me like 4 people, and if that's
Yeah.
right.
Harry, Zane, Lewis, and Niall.
Okay,
N-I-A.
I'm apologizing to him because I don't know very much
Yeah.
about this
I
band.
don't even.
Anyway, Harry, he's saying feels him
Okay.
and knows he's around.
What about the girlfriend?
She knows, she feels him. She's going back and forth between sadness and some anger right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. So are you going to reincarnate soon in Earth?
That that's that's the plan. He says that's the plan. Yes, looks like
Okay.
it. But he doesn't know where or when yet exactly.
Okay.
He needs to and he's like the kind that likes a lot going on all the time. Like
Mm.
he likes things going on and he needs to get a move on. Like he wants to get through this
Okay.
lesson. This is a
Okay.
big lesson for him. And he feels just kind of beside himself that he understands that he failed, but he wants to overcome it.
Yeah.
That's what he wants to do.
Of
It's like
course.
enough of this.
Okay. Oh,
Mhm.
overachiever. That's awesome,
Mhm.
Liam. I'm proud of you. So, Liam, are you going to continue to create music and express it through others still living in a human body?
Yes, yes, but I don't really want anything to do with fame.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm
Will help burgeoning artists or current artists. Is
I
that
can
what
do that. I could do that. I
you're kind of busy
music
now?
is
But
yeah, he right now he's just really in that initial when souls come to me in this period, they're really kind of figuring he's like getting his sea legs is what
yeah,
Eric's saying. And they're really kind of figuring things out. It's like we never left. That's always the feeling they communicate to me, and he's agreeing with this. But there's also this period of time before and when we start our life review that we're kind of like we haven't quite settled yet, is in my experience.
be patient with yourself. So, what can be done to change the music industry to clean it up and better protect young artists? Oh,
He's kind of going, that's like a big question. I don't know. I think for me, I would like people to it's like he feels like he has close friends, but there's also a lot of people that are constantly wanting things from him, trying to take things from him, trying to
Yeah.
not and I'm not talking about his family, but just people all the time. And it really got to him.
Mm.
And he felt like he couldn't trust very many people. And that's one of the byproducts of fame. So it's like, if you're going to be famous, I'm not sure I have the answer for how to change the music industry to protect people. But if you are going to be famous, know that you're going to have to keep people close, like have a close circle who you can trust, because otherwise it becomes overwhelming. It can become scary. It can become dark, depressing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I think people need to learn how to have absolute sovereignty over their energy and create strong, energetic, and emotional boundaries.
I'm
That's
still
hard.
learning that.
Yeah, it's hard. Me too. What messages do you have for your son? And how are you going to help him move through this, the grief, thoughts, emotions around your death and growing up without you, etc., as he grows?
He hopes right now that he wants to honor his son's privacy.
Yeah.
And so he'll just simply say that he's sorry and
Okay.
wishes he could have, I wish I could have been a better father and been there for him.
Do you think you will incarnate with him in another life
Possibly,
so that you can?
possibly,
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
Okay.
This feels really like, gosh, there's just a lot of sadness he's still processing over this.
Yeah, I can imagine. All right. Do you have any messages for your fans? They thank you for the light and joy you brought to the world. So many of them saw your talent, not only as a singer, but also as a painter. I did not know that.
That's, yeah, he's very sensitive artistically, like
Mm.
came to earth to really bring art to the world. Um, I thank my fans and want them to know that I am okay and going to be okay. And also to tell people that if they are struggling like I did, to get help and to not be embarrassed to get help, but to really deal with your addiction head on. It is important to understand that addiction takes everything from you,
Yeah.
like it did me, even my own life. And I want you to feel happy and not experience addiction in the way that I did.
Okay. Do you have any advice for those who may be struggling with similar issues that you did? I think, well, yeah, I mean, was that already answered pretty much?
I would add that if you find yourself in a dark place, call a friend, call a family member, call someone. Do not turn to drugs and alcohol. They will destroy you. They will leave you empty. It's like he's showing me, it's like he could never be full of them. Like
Yeah.
he could just, I mean, I don't know exactly what he's doing drug wise, but he's taking things and drinking and he
And
just,
drugs don't love you. Family
no, I agree.
do. You need to satiate yourself with love, not drugs.
He's showing me like a hollow place in his solar plexus, and it's like he was trying to fill a void.
Wow. How would you like to be remembered by society, Liam?
I hope that the details and facts surrounding my death help other people who are suffering from addiction. I hope that my music in some way may touch other people. I hope I helped.
By the way, one of my friends, Kristen Pascoe, is such a big fan. She always sends me YouTube. Do you have any message for her? I mean, it seems like you're part of her soul group or something.
He does know her. That's interesting. He's just saying thank you. he really he's like surprised a little bit. Like he's like has a shyness about him that's a little bit surprising, given how famous, I
Yeah.
mean, you're telling me he was. Um, but what he's telling me, he's sometimes like they want to listen to me, they want to listen to
Oh,
my music.
yeah.
So that it's like that feeling.
Any messages for Kristen?
He he hopes I hope I make your day brighter.
Oh, that's sweet. Did y'all have any lives together, or it's just a real awesome fan?
He's saying real awesome fan.
Awesome. All right. Is there anything that not too many people know, or maybe nobody knows about you that's kind of fun and quirky, like I take off my socks and smell them or whatever? I wear, but I don't
He
know.
washes his hands a lot. I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think he has like it's like he wants to keep everything clean. He's
Okay.
clean freak.
Awesome. All right.
Not at the end, not at the end. He wants to say,
Oh,
but
yeah. So, Eric, do you have anything else to add or to ask?
Erik, this is really a video. These videos, this series of videos, and I didn't watch the other ones, but what he's telling me, Erik's telling me, is this is a really important series of videos for people who suffer from addiction also. And to pay attention to the messages in them, because it's not too late and that you can get help, and that it just takes one step or one phone call to change your
Yeah.
life.
And you are worthy of it. All of you guys out there. All right.
And there's also this, he's talking about shame and how addiction is surrounded or shrouded rather in shame. Often we feel a lot of shame. And so he wants, if you're feeling this way, it's to do something to walk through it.
Yeah.
Call somebody, go to a meeting, or get some help.
Right. All right. And you're not alone.
No.
So no need to be ashamed. All right. Thank you, Courtney. I love you. You guys check her out
Love
in
you
the
too.
box
Thank you.
below and on the screen. And then thank you, Eric, and thank you, Liam, for all these,
You're welcome. You're welcome.
parts.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to my story. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everyone who's listening to this. I want you to know.
You're going to help a lot of people. And Eric and you.
I hope so. I hope so.
Y'all go jam. Go jam.
Okay. That's a deal.
Right.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
people. Hit
Bye. Thank you.
the like button.